Hi, I'm Erin, and I graduated from Fulshear in June of this past year, 2022. And when I came to Fulshear, I definitely was in a place where I knew I needed to get help. And I had been at the time, which would have been last October, I was really struggling with just a lot of depression, anxiety, and I just didn't know how to manage my symptoms. And I had gone to an intensive outpatient program, which was wonderful. And I just needed a little more support, and I wanted to be surrounded by people my age who were going through very similar things to me. So luckily, we connected with someone who found us Fulshear, and I remember having my first call with Helene, my interview call, and I just felt so like I had a safe space to share what I was going through, and I felt very secure in that I wasn't getting judged. It was very comforting, and so I knew that I wanted to explore this option more. And after looking at the website and kind of other young women's testimonials, I decided that Fulshear was the right place for me to go. And so I started my journey at the ranch, and I definitely had a hard time kind of adjusting at first, but like anything challenging, there's always good to come from it. So I ended up getting involved with the horses, and that was really probably the most impactful part of my experience at Fulshear. Just having the time with the horses and being able to care for another being and just honestly sync up with the horses. Horses actually sync their heart rates up to yours when they regulate with you. So it was really me being a very energetic and spiritual person. I loved just having that experience and that outlet. I was a barn manager, so I had the opportunity to go in the barn whenever I wanted to. And so whenever I just didn't want to speak to anyone else, I would go and I would sit in Dee Dee's pen, and she lives outside of the barn. And she has her own area, and I would just sit in a chair and I would just talk to Dee Dee, and she would just give me the answers I needed. So that was so beautiful, and I met a lot of really great young women too during that time. It was just so nice to share in the collective experience of what we were all going through, and having the time away on the ranch too without my phone was so nice, because it was kind of like an escape from the everyday stresses of, this world and this generation. So it was so nice to have that. And my therapist was so amazing, and I just had so many moments, so many profound moments, and so many breakthroughs where I just started to get to know myself again. One of the things I really struggled with was identity and self-esteem and confidence, and I really just grew so much in all of that during my time. And it was just so amazing to me to have the support of everyone there. And I think another thing that I really appreciated about Fulshear was everyone there really had everyone's best intention and wanted to see people really do well. And the staff was so supportive. And just all of those moments, not only the hard moments, but the good moments. And then I transitioned to the apartments, and that's where I spent a majority of my time, about 6 months. And I loved the apartments, and I was able to create new friendships while I was there, which was so great, and have, a little more sense of independence and autonomy. And I still got to go see the horses every now and again for equine therapy. And I also ended up getting a job at a dog place where I got to hang out with puppies all day, which was so nice. I'm definitely an animal person, so that was very therapeutic as well. And I really appreciated that time too, because I did get my, like electronics back, but it was nice to have a lot of like reflection and to really learn about boundaries and, letting people back into my life versus not letting people back in for my highest well-being and for theirs. So it was just overall just such a wonderful experience, life-saving, absolutely. I just have so many, when I look back at my time at Fulshear, I just have so many fond memories and like little moments where I would go do yoga under a tree, or I would just listen to music in my MP3 and just hang out with the horses or whatever I was doing. I really felt like when I look back, and I'll always remember this time of my life because it was just so profound. And I think just everyone I met while I was there just really made a huge impact on me. And I'm just really proud of all of the young women who are, doing the work and putting in the time, because it's not an easy thing to do, to make that choice and to, follow through with that commitment and want to better yourself. It's a really courageous thing to do. So I am very, very proud to know all of those women and to be a part of this community. And yes, I will forever be just so grateful for Fulshear and my time there.